So my kids are outside and they may come in here at any point in time, but I've gotten a lot of questions about like what products I use on a regular basis. And so yeah, I had a quick come on here, however long I'm able to come on. Yeah, so first I won't put it on in front of you, but deodorant every single day. It's charcoal based, so it's not harmful to your hormones or your glands or anything like that. And then at night, because I often get questions about it at night, like what I do too, I use this restoring eye treatment, more for your fine lines around your eyes. And then as well, the Radiant CNE is something that I use regularly. One of these at night. It's called CNE because it has vitamin CNE and it's in such a potent amount that it has to be enclosed. Once the air hits it, it starts to degrade the quality. So that's why they're in pretty gold things. And then again, just right through the nighttime, and then I'm gonna just quick do makeup because I'm so not a makeup person, as you know. But even on days like this where like I really don't have time, the time is not a big deal. So yeah, I have appraisal tomorrow, so I have to somehow clean all my bathrooms. We're heading home today, hopefully, as long as my parents get electricity back on. They had a terrible storm. So we're heading home with that to do a school visit for the kids for the new school tomorrow, like all the things, right? But one thing at a time. Anyways, this is another thing I use very regularly. It's called the Restore Body Serum. And what it has in it, it's polyphenols, which help with damaged skin cells, as well as all the vitamins that you need, omegas, peptides, collagens, everything. So it's not cheap for this entire big bottle. So I know some people put it on their whole body. I don't. I really just put it on my lower tummy. And I'll show you real quick, hopefully without exposing anything. But like I used to have, and my shorts, of course, these shorts are making it look worse than usual. But I used to have a lot of loose skin, like a lot. And now I swear it's really helping. So I just use it on that area. And now a quick run through the makeup that I use as I hear my kids already running in. So what I got was our makeup set. And first, let me just show you. Hopefully you can see it. I know the lighting in this bathroom is terrible. But if you look here, maybe, I don't know if the lighting is good enough, but I have like really bad acne scars. It was about 2020, so high stress and hormones caused me to really break out. And if it's on your jawline, it's likely hormones. So I went to a dermatologist. Of course, they just gave me a prescription, Band-Aid for the problem, right? Not the actual solution. And I've realized over the last few years, as I swapped out more of my products, my shampoo, my conditioner, like all the things, my makeup, now I don't get the breakouts that I usually do. So just to give you a little hope that if you have hormonal symptoms, sometimes swapping out your everyday products, it makes a bigger difference than you realize. All right, so the set that I got, which again, I'm not a makeup person, but I've been really impressed, it's called Simply 5. So it's 5 pieces. That's why they call it Simply 5. And the first piece is they call it something 5 too, 5 in 1. So effectively this one thing is like your coverage, and it also has SPF in it. It also has anti-aging in it. Like it's all the things. Like it makes your face better inside, right? Like the skin itself, and it helps your complexion, right? And honestly, I used to use a lot of makeup, like numerous layers, like to the point where my phone wouldn't recognize me, right? Like I would put the facial recognition on and I'd have to choose, like, do I want the phone to know me with makeup or me without makeup? Because it would only recognize one of me, right? And this, I don't use a lot. Like it spreads really well because again, it's not cheap, right? And it does all the things. So I literally like use, I know some people like have a sponge and do all the fancy things. I don't. I literally use my hand, rub it in, and call it a day. And already it looks better. Maybe you can't tell, but it looks better. Like I did have really dark circles because this storm I was kind of I'm always up late, but I was extra worried because my kids were at a slumber party and I was worried about them. They weren't in my house, all the things. So, all right, easy as that. And then, you guys are probably gonna laugh at me, but another piece of this is a bronzer and contour. So I know some influencers actually like contour, and I looked at videos, so I know how to do it, right? Like you contour, if you're wondering, you contour here and here and here and here. Some people have done the bridge of their nose. Effectively, you're trying to like create contour shape, right? I 100% honesty, I did that for a while, and I was like, I don't think I was that great at it, and I could kind of tell. I swear that I could tell. So I was like, whatever. So as a redhead, what do I use this for? And there's different shades too, so not just one shade. But for me, I was happy. This shade like perfectly matches my hair. So, and I have blonde eyebrows. So that's what I use it for. I literally just put on my eyebrows for color. I don't use the whole contour thing, but that's what I do. And I used to always, if you're blonde, you understand the struggle of eyebrows. Like if I do one thing to my face, it's usually my eyebrows. And I've done all the things from like pencils to like shadows. And strangely, I bet I will be the only person to ever do this. And maybe you're looking at me like, girl, that does not look good. That's okay. Leave it to yourself. I like it. And I'm going to do it because it's so easy. And it like because it's I don't know how to describe it. It's like a wet stick. So it just easily attaches and colors my existing eyebrows. And that's it. Like, look. Ta-da! That took me 2 seconds. When I was doing like pencils and stuff, holy majokies. I had to like shape it and make sure they're even. Like as long as your eyebrows are decently teased even, done. Love that. Okay. And then probably the one thing I was the most worried about switching over, but it was the most smart for me to switch over, was my mascara. So I don't know about you, but I actually they're blonde, but I naturally have long eyelashes. Like to the point where they kind of annoy me because they like hit like when I would wear glasses, my eyelashes would hit my glasses. Oh, poor me, right? Okay, well, those of you who don't have that problem naturally, I didn't realize even though I had long eyelashes, I realized they'd fall out if I wore my mascara a lot. I was just getting CoverGirl. I might still have it in here. I used to use like Maybelline, CoverGirl, whatever was there, right? And I realized when I was wearing it more that my eyelashes would literally, not all of them would fall out, but some, right? And sometimes my eyes would get itchy. I thought it was my contacts. Well, what do you know? When I switched out to EWG verified, all this stuff is EWG verified, which means that they remove a lot of terrible things that shouldn't be on our face and our body, right? When I started using this mascara, my eyes were no longer itchy. My eyelashes were even more thick, like huge difference. And I know that a lot of people came to Shackley from like Roden and Fields, and they used to use, I never did their makeup, but they all used to have this like, I think lash boost or something that they would swear by, and none of them ever thought they would switch. Well, now they did, because again, like our foundation, this mascara isn't just for coloring, it also conditions. So it actually helps your eyelashes more than hurts them. It helps moisten them, lengthen them. They get thicker, all the things. Because of healthy things, not terrible chemicals. So, love. And I also love that this has a 2-sided brush. One is for this is for your top eyelashes, and this one's for your bottom eyelashes. And I will say too, I mean, the reason why I would always get the cheap stuff was because it was cheap, right? And I was like, you gotta cut corners somewhere. But what I didn't really think about, I mean, because this Simplify is not cheap, right? But what I didn't realize is, like, let's think about how often we actually use our makeup. Almost every day, if not every day. And then, how often do we buy it? Like, I bought this set in December. And it's almost August, and I haven't had to replace any of them yet. Now I think as I was like looking at that contour pencil thing, I can tell it's getting a little low. So it's probably coming up here. Like I would probably guess, and I don't wear it every day because I'm just at home and I just don't care. So like I would say maybe for a normal person that would wear it most every day, you'd probably get 6 months if I had to guess. If you've had yours and you know it's different, let me know. But I would say 6 months. So like think about that. You're putting something on your face and your skin and your body every single day. And it's either helping or hurting your hormone balance and the way that your skin looks forever as you age. And it's a one-time cost upgrade, if you ask me, for over 6 months of benefit, right? Like we have to think about those things. And so at first I kind of felt like, oh, this is a splurge. And I'm like, no, this is the smartest thing I ever did. There we go. See, and it doesn't flake, it doesn't get clumpy, none of the things. And I was just impressed that it actually covers well. I'm like trying to talk at the same time, so I'm touching them way more than usual. Usually it's, one and done, but there you go. Okay, that's 3 pieces. 4th piece, I'm shocked my kids haven't gotten knocked on my door yet. This is a blush, and I used to always use the powder blush, and I wasn't so sure about this, but oh my goodness. So effectively you just smile and you put it right on. Maybe I should get this. It's hard to tell. It's hard to see in that mirror. Sorry, I'm not a professional at this. Okay, so every time I wear this kind of blush, and then you just kind of splurge it. Splurge it. I need better words for this. Do that to your, and ta-da! And it's funny because I've been told people like multiple times by people when I actually use this blush that I look like I'm glowing. So it's just, again, more natural in looks and in content. Okay, and then here is a lip gloss. There's lots of different colors. Again, EWG verified. You're not putting junk on your lips that is gonna harm you. And it's super cute. I like that if you're looking for a certain one. I am using this Slay, and that's what I like. I just like that color. And that's it. And this, again, took way longer than usual. It's usually a couple minutes and I'm done. And I'm just shocked my kids haven't gone in here. So I also wanted to mention, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that funny when you look and you're like, oh, that looks nice. Anyways, wanted to mention, for those of you who haven't signed up for Shackley at all yet, we have gifts through the end of the month. Shackley is offering gifts for qualifying purchases. So if you want the promo codes for that, definitely message me. And then for those of you who have been loving Shackley products, I know a lot of you out there have been, I just wanted to mention again, with new ambassadors, you get a gift too. And one thing I think that scares people away from like membership and ambassador, like just that term member, it makes you feel like you're going to be locked in with like monthly fees. You're not. As a member or an ambassador, there are no required annual or monthly fees. None. As well as I think sometimes we imagine, like with most companies and places with membership, that you are required to purchase every single month. Again, not Shackley. Like they have made it so that you are not required or forced to buy something every single month. That's totally up to you. And honestly, that's a big reason why I joined them, because after 8 years of being with a company where there was always monthly fees to get a discount, and like you had to purchase to stay active, you had to sign up your husband, like none of that is true at Shackley, and I just love that. And so I just can't say that enough. Like they really have tried to break down all those barriers that have been issues in the past with other companies and other opportunities. Yeah, and obviously aside from makeup, that's really not what I enjoy. If you're new to me and you're like I'm not a makeup girl. That's not what I chose. But it's a nice side benefit. I've fallen in love with it, and it's been really good for me. Aside from honestly joining more for the supplements and the customized vitamins and everything else, the protein. We're launching sparkling protein. If you haven't tried it, you got to. We're launching it in October to everyone. So that's another really good reason to jump on as an ambassador, because that would set you up to launch that with us. And yeah, 40 grams of protein. The more that I talk about it, the more people are like, when can I get my hands on that? It's gonna be huge. And I love it. I'm already packing a few for my road trip back to Iowa and all the things. So anyways, if you ever have questions or want to hear about the free gifts that are available for new members or new ambassadors, I'm happy to share it. Or about any of these products or anything else on our website. I know there's a lot, 500 some products. And I'm always just happy to help however I can. All right, I promise. I'll go. I won't like make it too long. All right, bye.